Okay, I'm here today to interview.
Mark Lackey.
What is their degree in?
My degree was in Bachelor of Science of Technology.
And how long have you been doing that, sir?
Uh, I did that as a teacher for 30 years.
And current job title?
I'm currently retired. I'm working at Verdict Ridge Country Club as a retiree, and I work at Lincoln County ABC store.
And how did you become the athletic director?
I became the athletic director in the spring of 2004. The current athletic director we had took another job, and that job became available, and I interviewed for it, and I got the job.
And did you have any mentor?
Oh my gosh, yes. Working with great coaches in the past, like Bruce Bolick, Scott Cloninger, Richard Smith, Wes Beam, Mike Harold. Those people are all influenced my decisions and taught me a lot about athletics in general, and the things that have to take place, and kind of like priorities that you needed to have. If it wouldn't have been for my mentors, I would have never been able to complete the job.
And what would you say the hardest part of your job was, sir?
The hardest part of the job is balancing your decision making. You have to understand that in this job, you're working not only with student athletes, you're working with coaches, administrators, parents, and your decisions have to be based upon the things that help kids the most. So many times you run into decisions where your decisions aren't going to be that popular. And I always thought if you could satisfy 50% of the people 50% of the time, you were doing very well. So, but the things that I always looked at were athletes' safety came first, athletes' needs and wants came second, coaches, school administration, and parents.
And what was your most satisfying part of the job, if you would say?
Oh, seeing kids be successful, seeing them come off the field, go on the field, smile on their face, happy, doing the things that they wanted to do, and seeing them be successful throughout their careers and grow not only as student athletes but as young men and women.
Do you have any advice you would like to give?
Yes. If you want to be an athletic director or a leader of people, first thing is don't take criticism personally. Decisions that you make are not always going to be that popular, but as long as you keep in mind how the decision's being made and why you make it that way, criticism shouldn't come your way. But be positive in what you do, and just remember who you're working for and the decisions that you make, how many people are going to be affected.
And would you do it again if you had the chance?
I would. Not every day was the greatest day in the world sometimes, but most of the time, it was a very satisfying job. It was a job that I got to, as I said before, see people grow. And anytime that you can see that and feel that, and, I look back on it now and I still have students who come to me and say, hey, and thank you, and remember when, and those things, and parents do the same. It's a worthwhile job, and when you look back on it, it was a great experience. And I would, for anybody that wants to do that job, it would be a very rewarding career.
And I have one more question for you, sir.
All right.
What was the most learning experience you had at the athletic director position?
A learning experience. I had I can answer that question. I had a coach, a JV basketball coach, who simply forgot to say, because the schedules came out and this team didn't have a JV basketball team. And they had never had one. And this coach did not know that. And it slipped my mind. I assumed that coach knew that, which it's all my fault. And in the end, I admitted it. but that person was very disappointed, and I realized that communication is key, and that was a great learning experience for me to always be a communicator, and don't take for granted what you think other people might know.
Well, thank you, sir.
You're very
Thank you
welcome.
for your time today.
You're very welcome.